Yeah, okay, mate. Let's have a look here on VANRY. You already own some from my call a long time ago. It's done really well. You're considering adding to the position. Yeah, very well done, mate, for that. Wonder where would be a good place to add. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's look into it here. Very well done. You can see I still have that line drawn actually from the base. I don't know if you bought it down in that base, but I mean that has done very well. You know, initially when you put in this first major low, anywhere here is often a very good place to be adding. If we get that dip back down into retested lows, that is often a very good place to be adding. That is, you know, it's a 68% drop. This reminds me of Arkham. I still hold my Arkham, and it's dropped about that as well. It's frustrating, but you know, if we can continue higher, things should be okay. So what I'm looking for here is this. We're building out a base here, right? And we want to get back above this white 100 eventually, and then continue on that bull run. Here's an example here of Luna. You can see that it chops about for a long time, but you want to get back above here and then run to the upside. Now that wasn't the only point I've been looking at here on Luna. So you can see, you know, you get the big run up, you get the drop, you consolidate for a long period of time, and then you get back above the white 100, and then you can run again. Now don't get me wrong, that was VANRY on a 12-hour chart. But it is definitely worth watching. Price will need to get back above that on a 12-hour chart. Often building out that big range here, you know, before higher prices. So I think dips into the lower end of here should be good. I don't know if it'll stop hunt it. If it stop hunts it, it's fantastic. But I would suggest that this is a major area right here, which is below this base. It's into this wick and it's below the previous low. Quite often, if you can add below the first major low, quite often you can do very well. These can often be stop hunts if we get it. In very strong markets you don't get it, and price will move down somewhere to here, and it'll fill this wick or down into this area here at the top of the box, and then it'll move to the upside. So I do think if you have some patience, it might give this dip. I still think Bitcoin is going lower, which may cause altcoins to flush. I think a lot of monthly wicks need filled. I don't know if this coin is, well, you know, it's got a wick. This looks like a fantastic retrace. You know, if you look at this on the monthly, it's very possible to do, well, it's very possible to do something like that. That is possible, but I'm trying to not be too bullish or anything at the moment. It's possible to do something like that, and then maybe on a new 6-month candle do something like that. But the move straight back up in a really bullish market is still possible. But quite often, buying into dips, the large breakout candle, quite often buying into dips on the low end of the big breakout candle can serve you very well. Of course, there's no certainties in the market, but that is a place to be buying. That is a decent place to be buying. I just want to show you Link as an example. Link, you know, if you had been buying into the low end of the range, I know this was 2 or 3 candles down, but on a quarterly, it's probably different. Let's just look at it to see. You can see there on a quarterly, if you're buying down into the dips, down into the low end of the candle, you would have done very well. And if I flip back to the monthly, there is other potential places like this. The large breakup candle here, if you had bought into the low end of the range, well, eventually, you know, in the next month it created that small candle up. That was that's good. That's exactly what I talked about actually. And then you get that move back up. It was a process. Look at the process it went through, and then eventually it went higher. But what it is suggesting, what it is saying is this is a breakup candle, and this is inside bullish consolidation before breaking up further. So buying into the low end of the breakup candle, in theory, should be good in a bull market, just like it was here and just like it was here. So if I bring you back here, you know, if you started adding, you know, in this green box, it is into a very, very good area. In theory, it should eventually go higher from here. it's unusual for these to break completely back down. These dips down like this after a breakup candle are usually bullish dips that eventually later go higher again.